3 books ago. Well, 2 books ago, for some of you, a tribal outsider walked into a civilization that wasn't his own, and he got told he was the chosen one. He didn't ask for it, he didn't want it, but he showed up anyway. And across 2 books, we watched him discover a world, lose someone he deeply cared about, chase a mystery that kept getting darker and darker, and question everything he thought he knew about good and evil. And now we are here. Book 3, The End of the Road. And I will be honest with you. I finished the Oath of the Vayuputras and just sat quietly for a while. Not because it was perfect, but because it was complete. In a way that very few trilogies manage to be. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are at the end of the road for the amazing Shiva Trilogy, and we will do it properly. Because some stories don't just end, they settle into you very profoundly. Let me be upfront about something before we get into it. Book 3 is the heaviest of the 3, the darkest, the most philosophical, and at times the slowest. If Book 1 was the adventure and Book 2 was the mystery, Book 3 is the reckoning. Amish is not trying to entertain you here as much as he is trying to make you think, really think, about civilization, about power, about what we owe to each other as human beings. Some readers find that deeply satisfying. Some find it a little dense. I would say go into knowing that this book asks more of you than the first two, and it rewards you for it. The best final chapters don't give you what you want, they give you what the story always needed. Okay, quick recap of where the book 2 left us. And yes, there are spoilers from first book and the second book here. So if you have not watched those videos yet, links are up there. Shiva had uncovered the truth about the Nagas, but they were not the monsters everyone feared. He had lost Sati in a devastating attack, and the revelations at the end of the book 2 had completely reframed everything we thought we knew about who the real enemy was. By the time the third book opens, Shiva is grieving, furious, and carrying a truth so heavy it threatens to tear the world apart. And he has a decision to make, biggest one of his life. Everything in this trilogy was always building towards one thing, a war. Not just a war between armies, a war between two completely different ideas of how the world should be ordered. The Suryavamshis and the Chandravamshis, the Meluhans and the Swadipans, order versus freedom, discipline versus chaos, and underneath all of it, a weapon. Something called the Brahmastra, ancient, catastrophic, kind of the weapon that ends civilizations. And Shiva has to decide, is using it justified? Can any cause be worth that kind of destruction? That question sits at the heart of the entire book. And Amish doesn't give you an easy answer. The scariest weapons are not the ones in someone else's hands. They are the ones we convince ourselves are justified in ours. Here is what makes the third book so difficult and so beautiful at the same time. Shiva finally knows the truth. After 3 books of searching, questioning, and losing, he knows who's responsible. He knows what needs to be done. He has the power to do it, and he doesn't want to. Because the truth he uncovered is not clean. It is not satisfying. The enemy is not the monster. The enemy is a system, a set of ideas, way of thinking that well-meaning, intelligent people genuinely believe in. And how do you fight that? How do you destroy an idea without destroying the people who hold it? Shiva spends most of this book wrestling with exactly that. And watching him carry that weight after everything he's already been through is genuinely breathtaking. It is easy to fight someone you hate. It is much harder to fight someone you understand. Okay, I need to pause here for a second. From this point on, I'm going to get into the territory that gives away some of the biggest moments in the book and in this trilogy. If you have not read all three books yet and want to go in completely fresh, I would genuinely say stop here. Go read them and come back. The Shiva trilogy is worth experiencing without knowing what's coming. Trust me on that. For everyone else who has read it or doesn't mind knowing, let's talk about the things that make this trilogy genuinely special. So, here it is. The answer to the question Amish has been building toward across three entire books. What is evil? And his answer is nothing is inherently evil. Somras, the drink that gave the Meluhans their long life and their civilization, was once a force for good. But overuse, overconsumption, and a refusal to let go of something past its time turned it into a poison, literally and metaphorically. Evil is not a person, it's not a group. It's what happens when something good outlives its purpose, and the people benefiting from it refuse to acknowledge that. Think about it for a second. Think about how many things in our own world, systems, ideas, technologies, started as a solution and slowly became the problem, and how hard it is to let them go when they have become a part of your identity. That's what Amish is really talking about. And that's why this trilogy hits so differently from the regular mythology. We don't hold on to things because they are still good. We hold on to them because letting go means admitting we were wrong. Now let's talk about where everyone ends up, because the character resolutions in this book are where Amish does some of his best writing. Sati, gone but never absent. Her presence haunts every page of Book 3. The way Amish keeps her alive through Shiva's grief and memory is quietly beautiful. Ganesh gets some of the most powerful moments in the entire trilogy here. His loyalty, his pain, and his final choices hit harder than almost anything else in the book. Kali, fierce till the very end. Her arc concludes in a way that feels completely true to who she is. No softening, no compromise, just Kali being Kali. Daksha, I won't say exactly what happens, but I will say this. His ending is one of the most emotionally complex moments in the trilogy. You will feel more than one thing about it simultaneously. And Shiva himself ends not as a god, not as a chosen one, as a man who did what needed to be done and carried the cost of it. That's the most human ending Amish could have written for him. This book has more lines worth pausing on than the first two combined. Here are the ones that stayed with me long after I have turned the final page of the book. The purpose of the life is not to find yourself, it is to create yourself. That one stopped me cold because it reframes everything Shiva's journey has been about. A leader who does not hesitate before sending his men to die is not a great leader, he is a monster. In a book full of war and strategy, this line cuts through all of it like a blade. Evil is not out there, it is within. And the greatest war is always the one you fight with yourself. Three books, one trilogy, and it all comes down to this. The books that change you don't announce themselves. You only realize they have changed you when you try to go back to who you were before you read that book. And you can't. Okay, three books, thousands of pages, one massive story. What was Amish Tripathi really trying to say? I think he was trying to say this, that the stories we tell about our gods reveal more about us than they do about the divinity. We made Shiva a god because we needed him to be one, because the things he stood for, questioning the power, protecting the vulnerable, refusing to accept the easy answers, those are the things we aspire to, things we struggle with, things we need to be reminded of. Amish took that God off the pedestal and showed us these are not the divine qualities, they are the human ones, available to all of us, demanded by all of us. The Shiva trilogy is not really about an ancient civilization or a mythological war. It's about the choice every single one of us makes every day to question, to care, to act, even when it cost us something. And that's what stayed with me. That's what I think will stay with you too. I started this trilogy not knowing what to expect. I have heard the hype. I knew it was a phenomenon, but I was not prepared for how much it would make me think. First book gave me a hero. Second book gave me a mystery. Third book gave me a mirror. And I think that's the progression Amish intended. He draws you in with adventure, holds you with intrigue, and then when you are fully invested, he asks you the hard question. The one that stayed with me most from the third book is this: are we willing to let go of the things that once served us but no longer do so? Our assumptions, our certainties, our comfortable explanations for why the world is the way it is. Shiva had to let go of everything to do what was right. And even then, it cost him more than anyone should have to pay. I don't know if that's hope or a warning. Maybe it's both. Should you read the Shiva trilogy? If you have made it this far in this video, you already know the answer. Yes, absolutely yes. All three books, back to back if you can manage it. Start with Immortals of Meluha. Let that world pull you in. Move to the secret of Nagas. Let the mystery unsettle you. And finish with the oath of the Vayuputras. Let it make you think in a way you did not expect a mythology book to. This trilogy is one of the finest things to come out of Indian popular fiction. It takes our mythology seriously. It takes its readers seriously. It leaves you with something real. And one last thing before I go. Remember the line I open with? Some stories don't just end, they settle into you. The Shiva trilogy settle into me. And I hope it does the same for you. And with that, me Nikhil, signing off. We will meet again soon with another book, another quiet conversation, and another cup of coffee. Until then, take care. If you like this video, please do consider subscribing to the channel. Share this video with a fellow reader and keep turning the page. Thank you very much.